Hello and welcome back to Attingham Park. We are in the main yard and we're about to attempt to make a different type of mix. Now I need to find where the trigger is. There should be one around here somewhere to uncover the silo. This is the only issue I have with this one, is that we just keep putting the lights on and off rather than... There we go. Open the silo. Turn off the lights, we don't need that. So we are doing the realistic mix now. We need grass silage and maize silage as a minimum. So I've put one grass silage bale in. I've put about 30% of a hay bale in, and we're now going to grab some maize silage just so we can then see how much roughly we're going to need, and also how much of the pit we use. So that's not too bad. What else are we going to... Oh, crash cow +1. We're going to put some potatoes in, and we will go from there. Really, it's time to start using the additional produce that we've got around us to start feeding the animals. Let's open that. So you'll see in the menu there we've got 13% maize silage, 58% grass silage, and 28% hay. So that actually at the minute is not looking too bad. So I think if we put in several more scoops of maize silage, so I think probably about 5,000 litres to match it with the grass silage. So we'll grab another 4 scoops and then we'll put some potatoes in. Right, last grab full of maize silage going in. So yeah, we're reasonably close to 50-50 on that now. So we're at 14,000 litres. So potatoes we can put in a maximum of 20%. So what I think we might do is we'll grab the remainder of... No, I'll tell you what we'll do first. We'll put some potatoes in. Get this lowered down and dropped off there. We'll grab the bucket, which is over here, and we'll put some potatoes in, and then we can top it up with whatever we need to fill up the feeder. So once we've done this, we've got a few little jobs to do today. So if I just take a look at... Oh, no, first thing to mention, sorry, we've got a little bit of milk. Finally, we've got some milk. So that's going to be interesting to see how quickly that starts to fill up. I know we've only got 5 Holsteins at the minute. Might look at getting some more while we've got a bit of cash in the bank. I have been watching the couple of videos that Disturbed has done on can you make money from beef cattle, and also the dairy one, or dairy cattle. And yeah, we're going to need more dairy cows. The beef really does not work with maizeplus, but yeah, never mind. So the field work we need to do today, we need to weed field 39. We need to fertilise field 39 as well, and we could really do with ploughing field 45. So there are priorities for today, but we need to finish feeding the cows first. So what I think I might do is move the fence so we haven't got as far to move or drive with the potatoes, and yeah, let's get loading up. So you'll see on the screen, and it's the top line, it says potato cut. Currently we've got 1,000 litres in there, which is 6%. So now obviously with the update, well maybe not obviously, now with the update to maizeplus, you can just put in whole sugar beet and whole potatoes. So we're at 12%, which I think is pretty good. That's fine. Now I'm going to grab the hay bale and we'll put that in and we'll see what that does to the other figures. I'm thinking that, well, this definitely is a bit of a trial mix for me. Not done a realistic one before, but as we all know, as long as we meet the minimums for the maize silage and the grass silage, we're going to get TMR. But it's about using other things now to try and reduce the amount of silage that we're using. We have got other crops around us to use, like the potatoes. We've got the molasses, which I've topped up. We've got the mineral feed, which I've also bought some more of. Hence why the money has gone down a little bit. So if we put that in there and just keep an eye on what that is doing to everything else, we should be all good, I think. Okay, so 20,000 litres. So now what we could do is we could put some molasses in and some mineral feed, and then that will be a full feeder wagon. So I've brought up the F1 menu, and if we are in the trigger, which I don't think we are for this molasses tank, there we go. We'll now start to see that amount raising up. So we're at just at 1.8% at the moment, which is fine. So I think we'll take that to 95% on there. There we go. We will back up and we'll pull under the mineral feed silo. We'll get that then topped up to 100% on the wagon. So let's just compare what we've used so far. So I used one grass silage bale. We used I think it was a 7,500 litre bale there in the corner, the square bales. We've used 5 scoops of maize silage, so that's about, what was it, 6,000 litres I think, and 2 scoops of potatoes. So for me, that's quite a bit of a saving on the baled silage, not necessarily on silage overall, but yeah, so happy with that. We've got a perfect TMR mix that we can now get fed to the cows. So with the mix going in, we can just double check and see that all of the bars are filling up, which is spot on, just what we want. Getting quite a bit of slurry. Could do with putting a little bit more straw in, but they're not doing too bad for that. So they will take all of this mixer wagon, which is absolutely fine. We can then, it's just dropped over the hour, so the feed will have gone down, but also the milk has gone up. So what was it? We're getting about 50 litres an hour. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, they'll take all of this, absolutely fine. We'll need to do another mix later on. But I think once this is done and emptied, I'll top up the straw, and then we'll start on some field work. So first task we're going to get set up is the ploughing, and for that, well, we need a plough or a subsoiler. So let's have a quick look through the sales. Now there's nothing really, I mean, that'd be epic, as would that. Now if we hadn't got one of those on Calmston, I would snap that up, because that could be really, really useful. Save putting the front loader onto the on and off the John Deere. Yeah, tempting, it really is, but we will wait. So we need I think we're going to go for a subsoiler, and it's between the Agrisem or the K-brand one. 150 horsepower, I think we've got 190 something. both 4 metre working width. I think we'll just go with this one. And yeah, we're going to buy it. I think we need to start investing a little bit. And look at that, it's been delivered for us. The other thing we're going to need is some herbicide. Now, the weeds in the canola field are far too well established for a weeder, so we are going to have to spray them off, unfortunately. Kind of annoying, but yeah, just the way it is. So let's head to field number, I need to get better at these field numbers, 45, and yeah, get some horseplay set up. Well, the work is underway. We don't need to plough this, we can direct drill into it, but if we plough it, we'll get the bonus from doing that. So yeah, that's why we're doing it, plus it'll get rid of all the weeds as well. So yeah, all good. That can run away and hopefully do a decent job for us. We'll come back and tidy up the misfits, as we always do. So we can now go and stick some narrow tyres onto the John Deere, and we can use our sprayer for the first time. So I'll see you in a minute. So just filling up the sprayer with herbicide, bought 2 IBCs full. Hopefully that will be enough. Can't actually remember usage when not using precision farming, but we'll give it a go. We can always buy a bit more should we need to. So we are going to head to the field and make a good start. Really, it's worth saying that I am really struggling with my back at the minute. I don't know what I've done, but yeah, it's really giving me some jip, let's say. So yeah, if the clips are a bit shorter, that's why. I'm trying to keep repositioning myself and get comfy more than anything. I need to pull forward off the tree. There we go. So yeah, so that's why if I'm a bit in and out with clips, that's the reason why. So we can get this turned on. I do have access to the land. Thank you. And we'll make a start. Shouldn't take us long. Decent sized boom on this. What's the working speed? 7. Okay. So yeah, we're going to take a yield hit, but yeah, needs must and all that. Tempted to add precision farming in at some point. I think just for the pure fact of it doesn't make things harder, does it, anymore? It's yeah, it's so well done, and the bonus that we would get would be good. So yeah, it's something to have a think about. Maybe after next harvest. Talking of harvests, there is several harvesting contracts available to us should we want them, but priority needs to be getting this herbicide spraying done, get the final layer of fertiliser applied, and then this field is done with until harvest. The worker, you can see over in the distance there, headlands are being done, so that's making decent progress. So yeah, it's all going rather well. Very pleased we've got some milk being produced. That is going to be a great source of income for us. I think as well, we are going to go and buy some more dairy cows, and we'll start feeding them up and get them producing milk for us as well. So we'll do that maybe once we've done the herbicide, and yeah, start adding to the herd. But yeah, looking forward to doing that. It's feels like it's been a long time coming getting the milk, but like I said before, worth waiting for. So I'm going to do the headland, and I will see you when we do the up and down rows. So starting the up and down rows now, and we're not actually using as much as I thought we would do. We've nearly used, what, 800 litres? So we will have plenty to do this field, which is all good. So in the last video, I said about what productions you think we should get into. Couple of good suggestions. One was donuts, which I think we could possibly do. The other was Heinz tomato sauce and mayonnaise. Now, I have managed to find a production, but it is massive. It is absolutely huge, so not quite sure if it'll fit, but it would be good to do that, something a bit different. Let's get GPS back on again. So yeah, it's something to have a look at. It's a like I said, it's a very big production. I'm not sure if we could fit it into an existing area, if we could maybe delete an existing production and put that in, possibly. Not sure. I need to have a bit more of a look into it, but yeah, thank you Chris and Pete for your suggestions, and I will certainly look into those. So this is not going to take us long, so I think I'll finish up here, and I will see you back at the main yard, and we'll buy some more dairy cows. Right, so we've detached the sprayer, and we've got our fertiliser spreader on the back. But before we go and do the final layer of final application of fertiliser, we are going to buy some more Holsteins. We are going to go for, I think we're going to go for 10. There we go. So they are 18 months old. They will take, what, 6-7 months to start producing milk. But yeah, it's going to really help us in the long run. So that's all good. Let's just take a look at productions. So the BGA has now processed all of the grass silage that we put in, and I think we've got some manure running as well at one point, hadn't we? So we've got 10,000 litres of digestate, which is all good. Strawberries are still okay for water, and they are storing, so the spawn area must be full. Let me just show you the contracts that are available. Corn, soybeans, sunflowers, sugar beet, oh my word, and sugar beet in 47. Where's 47? Is that the small one? No. Where is 47? Let's find it. It's got to be a reasonably small field, you'd think. He says, I cannot find it. 43. Where is 47? Oh, is that the little one? Yeah, down there, look. Smallest one on the map. I'd be tempted with that and that size of equipment. So yeah, there's a few contracts about, but like I said, we've got other things to be doing first. So I'll see you back at the field, and we'll start fertilising. So with one headland done, we are using the same GPS course as when we did the herbicide spraying. So I haven't had to set that up again, which is rather handy. And you'll see the final layer of fertiliser is being applied, so jobs are good in there. I think once we've done this, we can then double check on the worker, because I'm pretty sure they're doing a good job, but you never know. So we need to check on them, make sure that ploughing is going good. I don't think we can plant anything. I'm pretty sure we can't. No, we don't need wheat or barley. So, yeah, planting window for us now opens in March, where we're going to put in either potatoes or sugar beet into the field that we've got the oilseed radish in. So that's good. And then corn into the field that's being ploughed at the minute, but that's April time, so a way off yet. So yeah, good progress is being made. I think I'll do a bit more and then we'll catch up in a little while. The one thing that I've thought about is to maybe, and this was a suggestion actually after I commented on the video about beef cattle, was obviously they produce a massive amount of slurry and manure, so it could be worth us investing in a better BGA. Obviously we'd have to get rid of the one that is currently on the map and build our own, so we'd need the funds for that. But as we know from Calmsden, they generate a serious amount of income through the electric charge, and obviously we get the digestate still, so we wouldn't be losing out there. So yeah, there's a long list of things to do. We've got the other grass field to buy. I need to check where I'm going now. Have we done this side completely? No, not yet. So yeah, there's quite a bit of potential still for this series. So yeah, we need to make some money. Hopefully the milk is going to enable us to do that. But obviously there's the contracts that are available as well. Last run down the field, slight bit of overlap with the headland, but doesn't make any difference in the game, so not to worry. Got plenty of fertiliser left. I do like this spreader. It does seem very economical with the fertiliser. Whether that's actually a thing or not, I don't know, but that's the field all done. So we can turn off GPS and head back to the farm. We'll just pull down here and have a look at how the worker is doing with the subsoiling. Yeah, you can just about see them. There we go, that's better. Now you can definitely see them. So what, halfway maybe through the field? Yep, looking good. Taking that needs ploughing requirement off as well, and getting rid of the weeds at the same time. Spot on. Right, so back to the John Deere. Now, I think what we're going to do is just stop there for a second and take a look at the contracts menu. Now, there's a couple of weeding ones. Now, they're quite laborious, but some decent money there. So I think we're going to take the field 12 one. Let's just have a look and make sure we're not going to shoot ourselves in the foot. So it's quite a big field, but we can just let that run and on course play and bring us in £4,000. Well, we're at field 12 and just getting the weeder all unfolded. Now, I've just come past the store and our trailer is still up there, and I've also forgot to return the AW one, so that can go back. That's going to save us a little bit of cash. Yeah, can't believe I've forgotten that, so need to collect that at some point. I think I'm going to do a bit of this and then we might just put it on an in-game worker. I think it's as it's a contract, we're not going to need to do the whole field. I've just lowered the weight down. utter noob. There we go. That's better. So is this doing a good enough job for the contract? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. Lovely. You can just see the fertilised texture layer coming through. So yeah, we'll plod on. I haven't had any comments on whether we should do the grass contract. So what I think I'm going to do is, if I have spare time of an evening when I can't record, then I think I'll do a few. I'm not going to keep any of the products, I don't think. So we'll just deliver everything, and we'll see how we get on. I don't want the money to be absolutely ridiculously stupid, so I think I may reimburse the farmer with anything that we get from selling the extra bales. I think that seems the fairest way to do it, and we'll just take the money from the contracts, because, you know, we want to advance and start looking into we've got to buy the field number. I'm going to remember the numbers one day. 31. So we've got to buy that. So that's 44 grand. So we need to purchase that. That's one thing we've got to do. Need to start looking at the productions. So yeah, for all that we need cash. So that's my plan. It's only going to be as and when I have the time. So yeah, that seems to be few and far between at the minute, but we'll see. Holiday season is coming up, and yeah, hopefully get a little bit more time. So we'll see. I'll do a couple of headlands and set this off onto a worker. We can then, hopefully the Fent has finished with ploughing in 45. That would be good to get that finished. We can also then, there's a little contract in field 44 for fertilising. That's the other very, very small field. So we can use a bit of our manure to complete that. And that's an extra 500 quid in the bank. Every little helps, as we've said previously. So I'm going to do the headlands, and then we're going to set this off on a worker, and by that time hopefully the Fent has finished. So in the end, and it's all down to the decent headlands that we've got around the field. I only had to do one run around the field boundary, and now we've got a worker going up and down the field continuing the weeding for us, so we can leave them to that. The worker has not got many passes left at all, and then it's just a case of tidying up a few corners. I've taken the fertilising contract. Our little Fent should pull the manure spreader, hopefully. Probably going to have to repair it, but yeah, it's slightly underpowered, but we haven't got to go far, and yeah, I'm sure we can make it work. So I'll let this finish up what it's doing here, tidy the corners up, and I will see you when we've got the manure spreader attached. So the Fent is refueled and repaired, just to give it a fighting chance of towing this full manure spreader. So it's doing alright, to be fair. Obviously we've not got it turned on at the moment, and I think if we go too quick we're going to get a bit of a tank slapper on. So yeah, steady does it. Just popped up there, top right. Field 12 is 60% complete, which is good, making decent progress on there actually. That's going quite quick. So yeah, just got up to stretch my back and make a drink, come back, and luckily noticed that the audio was not picking up. I think it's NVIDIA broadcast, and that had crashed, and I've just gone completely the wrong way. Can we get through from the road and the other field? Yes, I think we can. So yeah, luckily I picked that up, otherwise I'd have been talking to myself and would have been rather annoyed that yeah, I hadn't picked it up. Sorry, car. And weirdly, I was only chatting with December Farms on Discord yesterday, I think, about it, and he was saying he'd had some up and down audio issues on one of his videos, which you couldn't tell actually, December, if you're watching. But yeah, it's just frustrating that things feel the need to stop working. So we are at field 44. Let's turn on the spreader and complete this massive task, and the Fendt is pulling it absolutely beautifully. No issue at all, and we get to use some of our manure, which is good because we've got a fair amount, and we get 400 quid in the bank. Unfortunately, I had to repair the Fendt and refuel it, so yeah, kind of pointless, but it's yeah, it's got to be done. So hopefully that is that done. Turn the spreader off and let the game save as per normal. There we go. Thank you very much. So what else is there available to us? So 64% on the weeding. Let's just check that on the field. Where are we here? So yeah, making a rather good job, to be fair. Not bad for a base game worker. A little bit down here that the person doing the headland missed. Mentioning no names. So yeah, I mean, how are our fields looking? So that one is fine. We are going to be cultivating or drilling that in, and it'll turn it to fully fertilized. 34 is done, 32 is done, and 28 is done as well. So let's have a look what harvesting contracts we've got available. Field 30 is for sunflowers. That could be a decent one to do. I'm not doing sugar beets, I don't think. 16, big field, soybeans and corn in 13. So what we could do is we could take field 30 and then possibly use the same equipment on field 13. Could be one for next time, methinks. So what we'll do is get this back to the yard. We will wait until the weeding contract is complete, and then we'll top the cows up with a mix. Bit of a power slide then, and yeah, and then we'll call it a day, I reckon. So the weeding contract is all complete, and I'm just trying to be a bit of a smart aleck here and put both the silage and the hay into the mixer in one go. I'm not sure if it's going to work or whether we're going to lose the hay bale. No. Oh, brilliant. So now I'm just got to get out of this tight spot. Really need to do something with that auto stacker full of bales, so we can drop the fork there and get some maize silage now, I think. So next time we will be harvesting in field 30 and whichever of the other field was, I can't recall the number. We'll use the same kit in both, I think, just to save on some cost. But yeah, it's it's nice to be building up the herd and also finally getting the milk starting to be produced. So yeah, really pleased with that. That time has come. Not sure when we'll sell our first load. We might see how we go. Probably leave it till, I'm guessing, November really. Not sure when the best price will be, but we'll have a look at that. So I think I'll finish loading up the mixer wagon, and I'll see you when we start feeding it to the cows. So I've just collected on the weeding contract, and we are a million miles away from the trigger. There we go. So next time we will be doing field 30, field 13, and possibly have field 16 running along on course play and auto drive in the background. But yeah, I've kind of well, I have enjoyed today. It's glad we got the mix just right, and it's nice to have the milk being produced and building up the herd. So thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, click that like button, leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.